G-Males. Welcome to the Morning Buzz. I'm Mr. Warren along with Ms. Debbie Kelly. Good morning, Maurice.
Good morning. How are you
Well,
today?
I'm doing great. So the last episode you might have seen on the You Belong podcast, some staff talked about what they're doing to kind of crush this quarantine. I just want to share a couple. And when you get a chance, if you haven't seen it, I really want you to take a look at it. So one is just trying to get life as normal as possible. And one of the things that they're doing is kind of minimize how much they're really watching the news. There can be some nice stories, Frank, but some of it's just so dreadful. So what they're doing is spending much more time on hobbies and family haircuts. I want to let you know my wife actually cut my hair a couple of weeks ago. Looks pretty good. I saved $20. But they're really starting to come together as a family. And one thing is they're starting to have dinner together, something that before the coronavirus, people were involved with so many outside activities. Now everybody's having dinner together. And actually, as someone else shared, how the family is all part of making the dinner. In fact, one of our staff's sons loves to grill. After my own heart, I love to grill too. That's the only cooking I do. Some are starting to sew and actually make some masks that they can give to the family members and neighbors. One likes to take a walk, and we're all trying to get a little bit of exercise that we can. And sometimes she'll put her headphones on and listen to her music and tries to get out as much as she can. Me too. Usually walk a lot with my wife, but sometimes I just go alone and listen to my music. She doesn't like my music. And another one is just appreciating the time that they can spend, especially one of our staff. Her children are older and just about ready to leave home, and she's really beginning to appreciate, those last moments that she can with them. And I think the last one, just from leaving, is they had a chance to have grandma learn how to FaceTime. And that must have been an absolute thrill for grandma, and I think for the kids too. So anyway, if you haven't had a chance to watch it, do. But we're also going to talk a little bit more about the one the students are doing. So look forward to that. I want to switch it up a little bit with the little known facts. It's going to be show and tell. You might have seen behind me this picture that I'm always blocking with my head. Well, I just want to take a few moments out and talk about this painting. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's kind of this supernatural, out of this world kind of painting. We got this about 20 years ago. It was a street performer who painted on the street using simply spray paint. He'd have like lids like this. He'd also have like a putting knife, and he was able to put some amazing art. It probably took him about 10 minutes. So he had a crowd around him. It was just absolutely fascinating. I recommend, if you want, go on YouTube. Look up, they're really called spray paint artists. That's what they're called. And watch them do their magic. It'll blow your mind. Miss Sabtelli, take it over.
Some upcoming dates to look forward to. On Thursday, April 30th, we'll have parent workshops at 1 and 7 p.m. to talk about family engagement with Title I, II, and IV funds. Mr. Bald will be sharing what kind of programs we offer as a Title I school, and we'll also be asking parents to provide suggestions for future programs. On Wednesday, April 29th, it's International Dance Day. So whether or not you know how to dance, get up and get moving. If you don't know, there are a ranking of dances in America. Number 5 is belly dancing. Number 4 is Latin dancing. 3 is swing dancing. 2 is ballroom dancing. And the number 1 type of dance is hip hop.
I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised country dancing or the Texas two-step isn't in that top 5, because I think everybody south of the Mason-Dixon line probably does some country dance. But I do want to, the one that's really disappointing to me is there's no square dancing. That was the big
No,
thing
there's
I
not.
do in college. But I'm also not surprised I didn't make the top 5. At this point, let's toss it over to our favorite yoga instructor, Ms. Brenninger.
Three, two, one.
0. She didn't say 0.
Hey everybody, welcome to your yoga tip of the week. So, Miss Renninger here, and I have a special guest with me this week, Mr. Forwood. You may know him as your gym teacher here at Achievement House, or
Physical
health
education.
and physical education. Yes, to be correct.
You know, put it out in the podcast. Do you think you could listen to him?
So, we wanted to share something with you guys today and talk a little bit about our yoga class here at Achievement House. Take it away.
Yeah, so this year, Ms. Renninger and myself partnered in order to create a physical education elective called Introduction to Yoga. So, let's see, when is this going to air? Next week. So, we're in the last week of the marketing period of the first time we've ever taught it, right? That's right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, it's gone really well.
It has.
However, we're also offering it a second time this year. So if you're interested, we're going to offer Introduction to Yoga in the 4th marketing period of this year, okay? And we do provide you with some yoga mats and also some yoga blocks, which our lovely model is showing. So those are free of charge to you. They're just part of enrolling in the class. The only thing that kind of goes along with that is that we do have to cap at a certain amount of students. So if you're interested, please make sure that you reach out to your guidance counselors. This will be offered to anyone that's at the high school level, all right? And if you do have a yoga mat and a yoga block already, please make sure that you tell your guidance counselor that, because then we can let you in without technically filling a spot, because we can only buy so many materials for the class, which is why we have to cap it at 10. All right, so if you're interested, like I said, reach out to either Mrs. Gailey or Mrs. Ziegler about signing up for the class.
And I hope to see you guys there. We do a lot of fun and interesting things. We talk about the foundation of yoga, when it was evolved, how it's changed over time, and we get to practice together. So we learn all these different concepts and have some fun. So sign up.
Yeah, you can join us. The class will take place Fridays at 2:30, so it's a great way to kind of end your week and then transition into the weekend with a nice yoga session, which is, I think that's why we picked that time, right?
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hope to see you there.
I wish that I could have taken a yoga class when I was in high school. That would have been really cool. Coming up on the You Belong podcast this week, tune in for a second installment of how AHCCS students are crushing it in quarantine.
So that's our show for the 27th. Boy, it's at the end of April. Can you really believe it? Thanks for watching. Take a look at the podcast. Look at some of your schoolmates and how they're handling the coronavirus situation. And if you like getting your muscles moving, and we all do, because we probably are sitting around too much, and you also want to relax and calm, check out the yoga class. I'm sure that'll do your world of good. Be well, do your schoolwork. We're heading into the home stretch, everybody. So make it a great